Hello and welcome to the video on bias. What makes objective reporting? The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Objective reporting is reporting that is conducted without any bias or feelings or the attitude of the reporter in the information. It is just whatever we're reporting on, just the facts, concrete, clear evidence. Subjective reporting, on the other hand, is someone's version of the truth. Here you might get a look at what the author's point of view is, what their attitude is on the topic or the issue, how they feel about it. So you're going to get a lot of bias in subjective reporting. Subjective means opinionated, biased, relative, proportionate. The feelings matter. You can get a sense of the author's tone, his or her attitude about the subject and or the audience. What does it mean to be biased? Well, in some cases, a person might be drawn to something. It might appeal to them. They might like it. They might want it. On the other hand, people might look at the exact same thing as somebody else and not like it, not want it, feel that it is gross or uninteresting. That's bias. So people are going to like things or not. That's basically all you need to know. Look at this example. Do you like dogs? Do you like skiing? Do you like reading? All of those things you have an opinion about, whether you like them or not. So bias is the stuff that you agree with or not. It's an opinion, a prejudice, the point of view, or your perspective. So what? You can believe whatever you want, right? What if I told you that what you believe is because you were persuaded to believe it? Media bias. The definition of media bias is giving information about something in such a way that it's obviously in favor of one side over the other. For example, political issues, elections, domestic affairs, foreign relations, etc. Environmental issues, natural resources, alternative solutions, the care of the environment, etc. Civil rights, race, religion, sexuality, etc. So take a look at this picture here. What is happening in this picture? What do you see? So it looks like a soldier is helping this guy, right? Maybe giving him some water. How about now? What is happening in the picture? So it looks like the same guy, but in this situation, it's much less favorable, right? It looks like the soldier has a gun pointed to this guy's head. So what is media bias? Well, the media can manipulate our point of view, so it's always best to look at the big picture. Try to get all sides of the issue. So where one news station or one point of view might show something that looks favorable, the exact same situation on another news station might seem less than favorable. So you want to take both of the information, both of the places where you're getting this source of information, and look at any possible bias so you can really get a sense of the big picture and the real truth. Look at this example. So if you're looking at just the information inside of the red circle, it might look like somebody on the left is stabbing somebody on the right, and he's kind of like, yikes. And if you open up your view and you don't look at the angle that the camera is showing you, and you look at all of the surrounding information, you get all of the facts and all of the details, you see that what looked like a knife is actually a guy's foot. And he, on the left, is running away from the guy on the right. That essentially is media bias. It's taking a snapshot of an event or a situation and just sharing that with you. So it's limiting you. It's keeping information away from you. So it's your job then as the viewer or the receiver of the information or of the bias to look outside of that picture and see what else you can find. Understanding bias. So it's not necessarily bad to have a bias, and we all do, but bias needs to be recognized as opinion and not fact. Focus on the speaker, the author, the presenter, who is giving you the information. That will help you identify the bias. What is the speaker's agenda? Look at the author's purpose. What might the speaker lose or gain by delivering this message? Money, power, fame. So what's the person's reputation? Will it be enhanced by giving the information, or can it be lost by giving you the whole picture? Who is paying or supporting the delivery of the message? So is there a sponsor? What is the quality of the facts? What are the sources of information? Are they reliable? Don't forget about the CRAP test. How is the information presented? Does the speaker discuss any opposing viewpoints? So are you getting all sides of the picture? How is the counter-argument refuted? Understand who the speaker is representing and their beliefs. Where can you find bias? Everywhere. Commercials on TV, movies, and the internet. Political speeches given by politicians. Documentaries, films that report on reality. Editorials, opinionated messages found in newspapers that attempt to convince the reader. Just because you recognize a bias doesn't necessarily make it a completely bad thing. But again, just make sure that you recognize bias as opinion and not fact, because you don't want to get tricked by bias. Research issues. Consider other perspectives, counter-arguments. Question everything. If something doesn't really look right, it's probably not. Connotation, the emotions and images associated with a word. So pay attention to the words that are used. Skilled authors and speakers will always choose their words for the greatest emotional impact and clearest possible meaning. For example, thin and emaciated essentially mean the same thing, but one of those words has a connotation that's more positive, the other more negative. Two words can have similar denotative meanings, dictionary definitions, but call up very different images. If you have any questions, make sure to ask your teacher, and then research for yourself.